The story you're about to hear is a compilation of tales showcasing different cultures or beliefs that is unique from our perspective. Please sit back and enjoy the tales I am about to tell you. Clara Crane was born in 1871 and grew up to marry an older man named Leonard Gilbert Crane. They lived on a farm in a rural part of Texas. The couple would have a daughter who they named Marcella. In 1893, Marcella was killed in a farming accident with Leonard, who had been drinking at the time. She was only 5 years old. Clara blamed her husband for her daughter's death. In 1895, in her grief over her daughter's death, she murdered Leonard using poisoned caramel candies. She pled insanity and was incarcerated in the North Texas Lunatic Asylum, now known as the Terrell State Hospital. While in the asylum, Clara made a doll out of torn bed sheets. She called her doll Marcy, the same name as her daughter. Clara could be seen talking and singing to the doll by the asylum staff. There was also a letter found that was sent out to her sister, telling her that her and Marcy were fine and they couldn't wait to get back home. In 1899, due to overcrowding, the hospital released many patients who were considered low risks. Even though she had allegedly killed her husband, she was a perfectly polite and well-behaved patient, so she was released. Her crime was one of passion, so there was very little concern that she would offend again. There is no record of her following this event. This is where the known facts end and the story of the Candy Lady begins. Around the turn of the century, farmer kids on the outskirts of a small town in Texas would wake in the morning to find candy left on their bedroom windowsills. The treats would be there some nights, but not others. After the sweets came many nights or many months, they would eventually be accompanied by a note signed by the Candy Lady. In 1903, two siblings from a local farm went missing. This was unheard of in the safe enclave of their small community, so people assumed the children were abducted by a drifter while at play. However, over the years, approximately 8 children disappeared. Out of fear, children in town told their parents about the candy that had been left on their sills from someone called the Candy Lady. After several children started to go missing, the townspeople blamed Clara for the disappearance since she allegedly killed her husband with poisoned candy. A nearby farmer had found rotten teeth of a child in a candy wrapper, and the town sheriff who investigated the case went missing and was later found in a ditch. He had forks shoved into his eyes and was found with candy in his pockets. No one really knows whatever became of Clara Crane, but to this day, it is believed the Candy Lady still roams around luring little children with candy, then pulling out their teeth or stabbing them in the eyes with forks. No one ever solved the mystery, but if you ask those who remember the missing children, they'll say, "The Candy Lady got them." The Candy Lady has become a pervasive urban legend throughout the state of Texas. Her name is invoked as a boogie man or woman who lures children to her home with candy, then they are never heard from again. While most ghost hunters are out looking for spirits, there are some ghosts you should never look at. Hawaii's Nightmarchers, the phantoms of ancient Hawaiian warriors, are said to roam the islands at night. In life, these warriors supposedly traveled at night to protect people so sacred that the common man was never allowed to look at them. Breaking that rule meant death. The Nightmarchers' job wasn't to terrorize people. It was simply to protect the most sacred, high-ranking chiefs. Depending on kapu's status, the chiefs marched in front or behind the procession. The Nightmarchers showed mercy by traveling at night to spare people from harm. Nightmarchers are ghostly apparitions of a band of beings who move with purpose to the beat of primitive pounding drums. Some say they are armed spirit warriors en route to or from battle, touting archaic weaponry and clothed in decorated helmets and cloaks. Other accounts tell of high-ranking ali'i, ruler, spirits being guided to a place of high importance or to welcome new warriors to join in battle. Perhaps these restless souls are looking to reclaim rightful territory, replay a battle gone awry, or avenge their own deaths. Some say the Nightmarchers are searching methodically for an entrance into the next world. Nightmarchers are said to roam through very specific locations and are often recognized by their raised torches and repeated olis or chants. Although there have been a few scattered reports of daytime marches, these apparitions appear to be most active at night and are said to march on certain nights designated by the moon. And although the Nightmarchers allegedly float a few inches off the ground, some local accounts tell of seeing mysterious footprints in their path after they have passed. Whatever their mission, the Nightmarchers are said to march in a single line, often carrying torches and weapons while chanting and playing drums. To protect yourself, you must quickly run indoors or lie on the ground face down in respect if you come in contact with these restless spirits. You must also be perfectly silent and still, for any sudden sound or movement could invite the deadly glance of a Nightmarcher. If you make eye contact with the Nightmarchers, you will die and be forced to march with them for an eternity. Another version on how to protect yourself, legend dictates you must strip naked and lie face down. There's a rumor that peeing on yourself will keep you alive. Whatever you decide to do, don't look at them. The Nightmarchers are set diligently upon their destination, and unless you make eye contact, the spirits are not thought to deviate from their path in an attempt to haunt humans nearby. If one of your ancestors happens to be marching, no one in the procession can harm you. The Nightmarchers have been seen near the Nuuanu Pali State wayside, the Manoa Falls Banyan Tree, and Lai on Oahu, as well as various sites throughout the Hawaiian Islands, including the entire town of Konakakai on the tiny island of Molokai. Nighttime visitors to any of these locations are urged to be wary. The Nightmarchers are thought to come out during periods of heavy wind, rain, and high surf, and fog or mist often accompanies them on their journey. Legend has it that they are seen marching in alternating rows of males and females, carrying torches and chanting to the beat of a drum. In 2012, Kapa Nui met with attorneys on the 23rd floor who claimed that the building's security cameras captured the Nightmarchers on video. A native Hawaiian cleaning lady was reportedly doing her job at night when a column of mist appeared. The woman died the next day. The following month, someone claimed to have seen the ghost of the lady marching with the Nightmarchers and disappearing to the other side of the wall. The Nightmarchers are said to march on the last 4 Hawaiian moon phases before the moon goes completely dark. Hey everyone! I just wanted to express how grateful I am that you took the time to listen to my narration. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I am Twisted Mind and please enjoy the rest of your day. Salamat!